Forgive, and you will be forgiven. The Lord's words in today's Gospel are not merely moral advice, they reveal a law of the heart. In a world where people are quick to judge one another with a few comments, quick to cancel someone for a single mistake, the call to forgiveness is both difficult and urgently needed. We live in an age of rapid judgment. A small failure can be magnified. A careless word can be remembered for years. Yet deep within, each of us longs for understanding in our weakness, longs to be forgiven when we fall. The paradox is this: we desire mercy for ourselves, but we hesitate to offer it to others. Forgiveness does not deny the wound. It does not call what is wrong right. Forgiveness is choosing not to let the wound control our lives. It is deciding not to nurture resentment as part of our identity. When we cling to bitterness, the first person imprisoned is ourselves. There are those who carry within them wounds from many years ago: betrayal in marriage, a harsh word from a parent, injustice in the workplace. These memories silently shape the way we see life and others. We become closed off, defensive, slow to trust. And gradually, our hearts grow hard. Today's Gospel is like a voice that awakens us. Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful. God does not love us because we are perfect. He loves us even in our imperfection. If God were to deal with us according to strict justice alone, who among us could stand? Lord, I confess that I do not forgive easily. I remember for a long time the things that have hurt me. I replay in my mind the words others have spoken. At times I do not seek revenge through actions, but through coldness, distance, or silence. Free me from the prison of bitterness. Give me the courage to face my wounds instead of hiding them behind pride. Help me understand that forgiveness does not make me weaker, but freer. Teach me to begin with small steps, a gentle word instead of a harsh one, a second chance instead of a closed door, a prayer for the one who hurt me instead of silent condemnation. Lord, I too need to be forgiven. I need your mercy every day. Teach me to live what I ask for. When I forgive, I open my heart to receive your forgiveness. May this world be a little less judgmental because of the change within me. May my family be a little less tense because of my gentleness. And may my heart, in the end, become more like yours, full of mercy. Amen. When I am hurt, am I truly willing to forgive as the Lord invites me to? Or do I still hold on to resentment and judge others in my heart? In my daily life, do I live out mercy concretely through my words, attitudes, and actions? Or do I easily condemn and become harsh toward my brothers and sisters? Do I truly believe that when I give generously, forgiveness, compassion, and kindness, God will also measure back to me with a full, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing measure?
In a small neighborhood on the outskirts of the city, two families had lived next door to each other for more than 10 years. They were once as close as relatives. Their children played together, and on holidays they would visit one another with warm greetings and shared meals. Then one day, because of a misunderstanding involving money when they contributed together to repair the alley in front of their houses, harsh words were exchanged. Neither side was willing to give in. From that moment on, the gates of both homes closed. They passed by each other without making eye contact. 3 years went by. During those 3 years, neither family truly had peace. At weddings or memorial gatherings in the neighborhood, they carefully avoided one another. The children began to ask, "Why don't we play with the family next door anymore?" But the adults remained silent. One evening, heavy rain poured down and the alley suddenly flooded. The house on the left experienced an electrical short circuit. The father was anxiously trying to shut off the power when he heard urgent knocking at the door. It was the neighbor, the very one he had not spoken to in 3 years, standing there soaked in a raincoat, holding a long pole to push the electrical wires away from the rising water. Not a word about the past. Not a single accusing glance. Only sincere concern. "It's dangerous. Let me help you." That night, after everything was settled, the two men stood quietly under the eaves for a long time. Finally, one of them spoke softly about what happened before. "I'm sorry." The other sighed. "Let's just let it go. We're neighbors for the long run." There was no speech. No argument about who was right or wrong. Just a decision to let go. And strangely, in that very moment, both of them felt lighter than they had in the past 3 years combined. Today's gospel says, "Be merciful. Do not judge. Forgive. Give." Forgiveness does not make us weak. Forgiveness frees us from the burden within ourselves. Resentment keeps us chained to the past. Forgiveness opens the door to the future. God does not wait for us to be perfect before loving us. He loves first. He forgives first. He gives first. And when we dare to take even a small step of mercy, we touch the very heart of God. Perhaps today, in each of our hearts, there is still a neighbor, someone who has hurt us, a word left unresolved, a relationship that remains closed. This story invites us to ask ourselves, if tonight were the last opportunity to speak a word of forgiveness, would I dare to open the gate of my heart? For the measure you give will be the measure you receive, and sometimes, what we receive first is a deep and lasting peace within our own soul.